Hello friends and welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. Today, as I expectorate, anybody there? We are doing another game of Here's the Pitch Baseball, and Dominic, my good friend Dominic, keeps me up to date with flyers for teams available on Here's the Pitch Baseball on a regular basis. So if you are interested in Here's the Pitch Baseball, send me an email at berglund.kurt@yahoo.com and I will send you the latest and greatest flyer from his available teams. I also post the flyers that I get from Dominic on Facebook on the Universal Baseball Association Lounge, Universal Baseball Association Lounge Facebook page, and you can check them out there if you are on Facebook. But if not, feel free either way to email me all the time at berglund.kurt@yahoo.com. Today we have a matchup of a couple of World Series non-winners. I'm not going to call them losers because I love both these teams. It's the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers at the 1973 New York Mets. It's Pete Buckovich on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers and Tom Seaver on the mound for the Mets. Battle of right-handers. So this is Here's the Pitch Baseball, and I'm glad you're joining me. Don't forget to check out channel membership in the description for this video. Lots of stuff available for members, including discounts on the secondary store, free PDFs of teams I have created for different games every month, and also exclusive members-only videos, World Series replays. I have a King of the Hill Stratomatic tournament going on the member side of the channel, as well as a video series. Each month I compare different cards and dice baseball simulations in different areas, and it's a lot of fun for me to put together, and I hope you'll consider becoming a member. Alright, with that said, let's get to the starting lineups for the Brewers against the Mets today at Shea Stadium. First thing we need to do is to roll to see which pitcher hitting card we're using for Pete Buckovich today. So we take our roll of 3, and we're going to turn the lights on at Shea Stadium here. We have a roll of, only need 2 dice. Alright, so we have 6. We're going to use card number 1 for Mr. Vuckovich today. And here is the batting order for the 1982 Brewers, the visiting club in today's game. Paul Molitor will lead off at third base. Robin Yount bats second at shortstop. Cecil Cooper bats third at first base. Ted Simmons bats fourth. He'll be behind the plate. Ben Ogleville bats fifth. He'll be in left field. Gorman Thomas bats sixth. He's in center. Batting seventh is right fielder Charlie Moore. Batting eighth is second baseman Jim Gantner. And batting ninth, and using pitcher hitting card number 1, it's Pete Vuckovich. Vuckovich in 1982 was 18-6. 18-6. He had 30 starts, blew out his rotator cuff, and pitched anyway. 224 innings of work, 105 strikeouts with 102 walks. That is going to come up today, I have a feeling. And an ERA of 3.34. For the homestanding New York Mets, leading off its third baseman Wayne Garrett. Batting second, second baseman Felix Millan. Batting third, right fielder Rusty Staub. Batting fourth, left fielder Cleon Jones. Batting fifth, first baseman John Milner. Batting sixth, catcher Jerry Grody. Batting seventh, center fielder Don Hahn. And batting eighth, Shortstop, Bud Harrelson. Batting ninth and on the mound, it's Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver in 1973 won the Cy Young Award, as did Pete Buckovich in 1982. Seaver was 19-10, 36 starts, 290 innings of work, and a 2.08 earned run average. Alrighty, so Seaver versus Vuckovich at Shea today. All right, Paul Molitor stepping in the box against Tom Seaver. Tom, terrific on the mound today for the Mets. And we have a 2-12 to start the ball game. So we look here, and this is hit to center. That's Don Hahn country. And Don Hahn, for the 73 Mets, is rated a number 3. It is a diving catch by Don Hahn to start the game, and that's out number 1 in the first. Well, there's starting the game with a bang. Don Hahn lays out for that one, and Robin Yount comes to the plate now for his first at-bat against Tom Terrific. This is a 264. It's grounded to an opportunity, I should say, for Wayne Garrett. He is a 2-fielder. He gloves it to his left and makes a throw to John Milner for out number 2. In inning number 1. Now it's Cecil Cooper. Seaver kicks and deals. That's a 625 beyond Seaver's card. And it's a left-handed batter. Another chance for Wayne Garrett. He gloves this one as well and fires to John Milner for out number 3. So it's a 1-2-3 first inning. We go to the bottom of the first, no score at Shea. It's Garrett, Meehan, and Staub coming up for the Mets. The pitch to Garrett, a 554, will be on Vuckovich's card. And we have an opportunity for an error. Error check. Checking it again, 1E1. Okay, yep, that's going to be an error check. Let me turn to the right page so I do this properly. All right. So we're going to roll 3 dice. The red die is going to tell us who the error may be on. That will be an error opportunity for Jimmy Gantner. Gantner, I believe, is a 2. He is. And so 2 through 9 with these dice is an error. But he does not make an error. Gantner makes this play cleanly and throws to Cecil Cooper for out number 1. So Gantner passes that error check. Now it's Felix Meehan. Vuckovich kicks and deals. It's a 4-14. And we have a walk if it's a 1-3. Yeah, it's a walk, and it's not easy to walk Felix Meehan, let me tell you. Only 35 walks in almost 700 plate appearances in 1973, so yikes. Staub is up 1 for 1, or I'm sorry, 1 out, 1 on. Vuckovich the stretch, and the pitch to Le Grand Orange is a 154, and that's going to be a base hit. Now the home team gets to decide where that goes. And because it doesn't tell us, a field here, so it's just an S1. That means that the home field advantage kicks in where the home team gets to decide where it gets hit to. That will be to Gorman Thomas, who has an arm of a 0 in center field. And so we have to check Felix Meehan's running rating and then see if we want to challenge Thomas's arm and send me on to third. He is a 4. And we're not going to send him. So we'll hold me on up at second base. There's 2 on with 1 out now, and it's Cleon Jones coming to the plate. Brewer infield moves to double play depth. Vuckovich in a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the first. The stretch and the delivery is a 425. And this is tapped out in front of home plate by Cleon Jones, check swing tapper. And Simmons is a fielding 3. We have runners at first and second. All right, so let's see what happens here. All right, so Simmons is going to grab it, and he's going to fire to third base to Paul Molitor, and that will retire Meehan on the force out on a 2-5 force play. Staub advances to second. Jones is safe at first. And it'll be Milner with 2 outs now, and the Mets still with a chance to get on the board first. Vuckovich the stretch, and the pitch is a 6.56. 56 is a chance for Charlie Moore in right field. I believe Charlie is a 2. He is. And Charlie Moore makes the play, makes the catch for out number 3. So the Mets threaten in the first but don't score. We go to inning number 2, and we are scoreless at Shea Stadium. Tom Seaver coming out. He will face Ted Simmons, Ben Ogleville, and Gorman Thomas in inning number 2. This is Here's the Pitch baseball. If you haven't seen it yet, fun game. Flow is fantastic, even though I'm playing very slowly today. 264 is a chance for Wayne Garrett. And it's popped up. Wayne Garrett in fair territory is going to take it for out number 1. Seaver jammed Simmons on that one. Here's Benji Ogleville against Seaver. It's a 5.23. And it's going to be a power chart check. Our first of the day. Seaver is a -12 on the power chart. We need our random number here, and that's going to be a 125. That will be an 11. And Seaver is a -12, so that's going to go down to 1. And that will be a single on Ben Ogleville's power chart card. 1 out, 1 on for the Brewers, and now it's Gorman. Seaver the stretch, the pitch to him, a 6.32. Strikeout if it's a 5 or less. Hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. 2 down in the second. Charlie Moore, the right fielder, with Ben Ogleville still at first. Seaver the stretch, and the delivery is a 121. And a base hit for Charlie Moore. Now, the Mets get to decide where this one goes. So they're going to choose the outfielder with the best arm, and I bet that's going to be Rusty Staub, and it is. He's a -1. Stopping at second is Ogleville with 2 outs. Jim Gantner comes to the plate. The 8th place hitter for the Brewers, Pete Buckovich, would be next. All right. Seaver the stretch, the pitch to the man they call Gumby. And a chance for Wayne Garrett. He gloves it to his left. He's going to go the short way to Meehan to retire the Brewers in inning number 2. They get a couple of hits, but nobody crosses the pay station. And we go to the bottom of the second with no score at Shea. Vuckovich in inning number 2 will face Grody, Hahn, and Harrelson from the Mets. Pete kicks and deals. This is a 366. And yeah. And it's a base hit for Jerry Grody to start inning number 2. Leadoff single. Don Hahn comes to the plate. The Brewer infield moves to double play depth. Vuckovich the stretch. The pitch to Don Hahn is a 5-15. That's going to be grounded to or a chance for Robin Yount. Yount is going to go to Gantner for 1, and the relay to Cooper is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the Brewers, and that'll bring up Harrelson with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Vuk kicks and deals to Harrelson. That's a 1-15, and that's ball 4. Second walk for Vuckovich in the ball game. It'll bring up Seaver. The Mets will turn over the order here in the second. Although Seaver, pretty decent hitter, 161 in 1973. Vuckovich the stretch and the delivery, a 645. Chance for Paul Molitor. He gloves it to his left and plants and throws to Cooper, 4 out number 3. So the Mets get a couple more base runners off of Vuckovich, but can't get any of them to score. We go to the third. Both teams have what the little boy shot at, nothing. Vuckovich will lead off. He's in column 1, or in card 1, sorry. That is a 151. And that's grounded to John Milner. Or is it grounded? Let's see. A line drive caught by Milner, and that's out number 1 in the third. Now it's Molitor. Tom Terrific kicks and deals. That's a 162. Ball 4. So Molitor is aboard, and I think we're gonna send him. I think. Let's check. Gotta check. Yeah, I think we gotta see what we can shake up here on Tom Terrific and get the runners moving a little bit. Try and make something happen. So Molitor's stealing rating is a 6. Jerry Grody's arm is a +1, so he becomes a 7. All right, the pitcher's hold rating is a -1. So that will knock Molitor back to a 6. So he's going to be safe on a 2 through 8 and 12. Seaver the stretch, the pitch to Robin Yount. There goes Molitor. Yount takes a strike. The throw down, and Jerry Grody guns him down. Guns him down from Jerry Grody to Felix Millan, who applies the tag for a 2-4 caught stealing. Yount still at the plate with 2 outs and now nobody on. Seaver goes from the windup. It's a 155, and that is a chance for Bud Harrelson. And it's a line drive caught by Bud Harrelson. A nice play by Bud, and that ends the Brewer third. The caught stealing disrupted that inning. We go to the bottom of the third. with the screen. I always think about Johnny Bench commenting about Jerry Grody. Johnny Bench said if Jerry Grody and he were on the same team, Johnny Bench would be a third baseman. And I think that's a pretty strong compliment. So it's Garrett, Mian, and Staub coming up the top of the order against Vuckovich in the bottom of the third. The pitch to him is a 5-23. Chance for Jim Gantner. To his left, he cuts it off from going into right field, plants and throws to Cecil Cooper for out number 1. Felix Mian walked in the first. The pitch from Vuckovich is a 2-26. Chance for Robin Yount. And I'll popped it up. Robin on the infield dirt is going to take it for out number 2. And now it'll be Staub with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Vuckovich kicks and deals a 5-24. Another chance for Jim Gantner. He cuts it off from going up the middle. Gantner getting in his road work. He plants and throws to Cooper. And that retires the Mets in 1-2-3 order in the bottom of the third. We go to the fourth with no score at Shea. We got a good game going. Pitchers duel. Seaver now will face the meat of the Brewers order. Cooper, Simmons, and Ogleville. Tom Terrific winds and deals. It's a 151. And we got a C, and that is a strike called. I believe I did that right. Let me double check before I mislead you. Oh, okay. No, it's not right. It's a single and runners can advance an extra base, but there's nobody aboard, so Cooper just gets the leadoff single against Seaver. Now it's Simmons, double play depth for the Mets. The pitch from Tom Terrific is a 132, and this could be a double play ball to Bud Harrelson. Bud gloves it, goes to Mian for 1, and the relay to Milner is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the Mets. So now Ogleville's up with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch to Benji is a 5-36. Hey, struck him out with the broccoli cauliflower medley and a little bit of nacho cheese. Gas. Bottom of the fourth with no score. Vuckovich coming out to face Cleon Jones, John Milner, Jerry Grody. The pitch to Cleon, who's 0 for 1. It's a 433. We have a chart check, power chart check. It's going to left field. The random number is a 256. That's a 90. Vuckovich is a -4. That goes back to an 86. Cleon Jones hits it to left and deep. It's going to be off the wall. Ben Ogleville has to run it down. Cleon Jones will cruise into second with a leadoff double. Now it's John Milner. Vuckovich on the ropes again. The stretch and the delivery to Milner. 342 is a chance for Robin Yount with a runner at second. He gloves it. He's going to hold Jones at second and fire to Cooper for out number 1. Milner couldn't get it to the right side. Now it's Grody. Vuckovich, the stretch, the delivery, 563 is ball 4. He walked him. 2 on now with 1 out. Don Hahn comes to the plate. He hit into a double play in the second in his first time up. Vuckovich the stretch. I got a train bearing down on me. And it's not a local, it's an express. The pitch is a 142. Chance for Charlie Moore in right field. With runners at first and second. Moore makes the catch. Now, Jones can tag up and go to third. His running is a 3. Charlie Moore's arm in right field doesn't make a lot of sense to go. He's a -1, so that knocks him back to a 2. And with 2 outs, you don't want to make the third out at third, so we're just going to hold him there. Bud Harrelson comes to the plate. Mets with another chance to get on the board, and they have stranded 6. Well, 4 so far, but if they don't score, it'll be 6 in this game. Vuckovich the stretch and the delivery. 3:21. And this is trouble for Vuckovich because Bud Harrelson hits it down the left field, and here comes the express. Bud Harrelson hits it down the line, and it's going to be extra bases. Cleon Jones scores. It's going to be 1-0 Mets. Jerry Grody is going to be held at third, and that'll bring up Seaver. So Harrelson with a big 2-out double that gets the Mets on the board. It's 1-0 New York. Vuckovich the stretch. The pitch to Seaver is a 256. And hey, got him on a bender. First strikeout for Vuckovich. Picked a good time for it. The Mets get a run on 2 hits after 4. Your score is Mets 1, Brewers 0. Good game going. Top of the 5th, it's Thomas Moore and Gantner. 6, 7, 8 coming against Tom Terrific. Thomas is 0 for 1 the pitch. 5:53. Chance for Felix Millan. He gloves it and throws to John Milner for out number 1 in the top of the 5th. Here comes Charlie Moore. Charlie's 1 for 1 off Seaver today. Seaver kicks and deals. A 661 is a chance for Cleon Jones. Cleon makes the catch near the line for out number 2. Seaver has allowed 3 hits. He has walked 1. He has struck out 2. Nobody's crossed the pay station for Milwaukee. Pitch to Gantner. 245 is a chance for Rusty Staub. Into right center. Staub on the run. And he's going to make a shoestring catch for out number 3. We are halfway through this one with your score. Mets 1, Brewers 0. Good ball game here. Here's the pitch baseball. If you'd like to find out more about picking up these cards, email me for a flyer, berglund.kurt@yahoo.com. All right, top of the order coming now. It's Garrett, Millan, and Staub coming for the 73 Mets against Pete Buckovich. The pitch is a 563, and that's ball 4 to Wayne Garrett. Walk number 4 for Pete Buckovich. And I think we're going to play for a run here. Millan's bunting is a 3. He squares to bunt. It's going to be tapped out in front of home plate. And roll foul. Strike number 1. Keep it on or take it off? I'm going to keep it on one more time. Vuckovich the stretch. Hahn squares to bunt. And this time, he misses the pitch. So Wayne Garrett has to try and attempt to steal. Alrighty then. Wayne only stole 6 bases in 1973. His stealing rating is a 3. So now let's add in Pete Buckovich. He's a -2 on the hold. Simmons' arm is a +1, so that's a -1 total. And Garrett is a stealing 2. So let's see what he needs. Hahn misses the bunt, and Garrett is off to steal second. And a 2-4 is what Garrett needs to get in there. Simmons fires down to Robin Yount covering, and he gets him. Garrett thrown out trying to steal 2-6. Nobody aboard now for Hahn, who's behind in the count 0-2. The pitch to Felix from Vuckovich is a chance for Ben Ogleville in left. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Rusty Staub is up now. 2 outs, nobody aboard for the Mets. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Mets. The pitch from Vuckovich. 351 is to right and deep. Back goes Charlie Moore. Warning track, wall, and it's gone. A bomb for Staub, and it's 2-0 Mets. Cleon Jones to the plate now. Vuckovich kicks and deals to Cleon, a 233. Hey, struck him out. Baked beans. Gas. Second strikeout for Vuk. That's going to close out the Mets' 5th inning, but they get a run on the Staub homer. We go to inning number 6. Seaver's got a 2-0 lead. Mets 2, Brewers 0. Vuckovich will lead off. This is always a tough one. You got a 2-run deficit. You're facing Tom Seaver. It's the top of the 6th. Do you pinch hit? I'm going to say not yet. So Vuckovich will bat against Seaver. It's a 461 chance for Don Hahn. And he drops the ball. Don Hahn dropped the ball. Vuckovich wasn't running hard. He's going to be safe at first on the E8. All right. So now it's Molitor. Mets infield playing for 2. The pitch, 532. Hey, struck him out. Pork and beans. Gas. 1 down in the 6th. Yount is 0 for 2. Seaver the stretch, the pitch to Rockin' Robin. And we have a base hit, but Vuckovich, obviously not fast, stops at second. And that's going to bring up Cooper with 1 out and 2 on. Seaver in a legitimate jam here. First real jam of the game, I guess. Going back to the 2nd, he had 2 on, but 2 outs. Now he's got 2 on with 1 out. Seaver the stretch, the pitch to Coop is a 525. This is hit to left. Cleon Jones will make the catch. Holding at second is Vuckovich, and that'll bring up Simmons with 2 outs. Seaver the stretch, the pitch to Ted. 4:52. Felix Mian is a line drive to Mian. He makes a nice play, and that is out number 3. So Seaver escapes damage in inning number 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Mets 2, Brewers nothing. Tom Seaver is shutting down a team that had 216 home runs on the 1982 season. All right, bottom of the 6th, John Milner, Jerry Grody, John Hahn, 6, 7, 8 in the Mets lineup against Vuk. The pitch, 6:55, is a chance for Ben Ogleville. Benji into left center, makes a nice running catch. There's 1 down in the Mets 6th. Jerry Grody. A 112 is an injury check. All right, so we got to come back and do the injury check. Right now, it's a 343, and that's Jim Gantner. He makes the play to Cooper for the out. Did Jerry Grody hurt himself running out that ground ball? Let's find out. His injury number is, don't tell me, it's a 5. And we have to check the pitcher injury number 2. Vuckovich's number is a 1. All right, so first we'll do Vuk. Here's the injury chart. Here's Vuckovich's rating. It's a 9. He remains in the game. Now, Jerry Grody actually got hit by a pitch and broke his arm in 1973. Missed a bunch of time. Only played in about 90 games in 1973. So, he is an injury 5. This is his, and he's going to be out of the game. So we're just going to do that. But for fun, we'll roll the dice and see how many it would be. He would miss 6 games with this injury. But we're just going to pull him from this game. And we'll need a new catcher. But we'll worry about that in a moment. First, Don Hahn against Pete Buckovich is a 162. Base hit for Don Hahn with 2 outs. First hit of the day for him brings up Harrelson, who put the Mets on the board with a double back in the 4th inning. Vuckovich the stretch, the pitch to Bud is a 6:31. Chance for Robin Yount. Robin is going to make the play and flip to Gantner the short way for the putout, and that will end the Mets' 6th inning. So we go to the 7th with your score. Mets 2, Brewers nothing, and we need a new catcher. Timeout. There are 2 Mets backup catchers, so the way we look at this, Hodges is a 2, Duffy Dyer is a 3. So 3 is a little bit better, so we're going to go with Dyer. But first we compare the arms. They're both 0s, so there's not a difference there. So the Mets lead 2-0, so Hodges hits a little better. But Dyer is a little better on defense, so we're going to go with Duffy. And he will take over behind the plate and bat in the 6th spot in inning number 7. So that is it for Jerry Grody. And Tom Seaver is out for inning number 7. Ben Ogleville, Gorman Thomas, Charlie Moore coming up for the Crew. 5, 6, 7 hitters. 2-0 Mets. The pitch from Seaver is a 142. And this is gonna be a hit if it's 1-2. And that will be a single for Ogleville. If not, foul ball strike. But he got the 2, so he gets the hit. Leadoff single for the Brewers. Gorman comes up. Plenty of power to tie this game. Mets playing for a double play. Seaver the stretch, and the delivery is a 142 to Gorman. It's hit in the air to Don Hahn. He makes the catch for out number 1. Returning to first is Ogleville. Charlie Moore comes up. Charlie's 1 for 2. Seaver the stretch. The pitch to Moore is a 325. He walked him. Puts the tying run on base for Jim Gantner. Pete Buckovich is in the on-deck circle. He may not bat. We'll see what happens here. Gantner at the plate. Seaver the stretch. Jimmy is 0 for 2. The pitch is a 654. And that's hit to Milner at first base. John Milner's defense is a 2. And that's going to be a line out to Milner. Runners are going to hold and bring up Vuckovich. But it's not going to bring up Vuckovich because there's going to be a pinch hitter off the Brewer bench. Vuckovich is called back to the dugout. And we're going to get the Brewers' left-handed DH in 1982 was Roy Howell, and he's going to be called on to pinch hit here for Vuckovich. With 2 on and 2 outs in the Brewers' 7th. Now, in the bullpen, warming up, is Bob McClure for the Brewers. He will be the next pitcher. He is a left-hander. All right. So, it's Howell against Seaver. Seaver the stretch. There's Ogleville at second, Moore at first, 2 men out. We're in the top of the 7th, and it's 2-0 Mets. 232. Base hit for Howell. Now, let's see what they do. This is going to go to Rusty Staub in right because the home team gets to choose, and that makes it a -1 on Ogleville, who's coming around third. His running is a 2. That makes him a 1, and they got to put the brakes on. Bases will be dripping with Brewers now that Howell has his single, and Paul Molitor comes to the plate. Seaver in a jam. In the Mets bullpen, Tug McGraw and Harry Parker start to throw. It's lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Yogi Berra likes it whenever he's in the Big Apple. Molitor is 0 for 2. Bases dripping with Brewers. There's 2 outs, though. The pitch from Seaver. A 242 is a chance for John Milner. Ground ball to Milner. He's going to take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. The Brewers are going to leave him loaded. In fact, in this game, Seaver's clutch pitching has resulted in 8 batters left on base in 7 innings of play. It's time to stretch them out at Shea with your score. Mets 2, Brewers nothing. Seaver, Garrett, and Mian will be the batters for the Mets in the bottom of the 7th. Your new pitcher is Bob McClure, a left-hander, kind of a Swiss Army knife for the Brewers in 1982. Actually, kind of in his whole career. In 1982, McClure was 12-7. He had 26 starts, 8 relief appearances. He was out of the bullpen in the playoffs, and he had a 4.22 earned run average. You don't care about this, but when I was in high school, I copied Bob McClure's pickoff move to first base. I was a left-handed pitcher, as McClure was. And McClure was famous for picking runners off of first base. I mean, he just did it constantly. And so I copied his move, and let me tell you, it worked. It definitely worked. It was a balk, but it definitely worked. All right, Seaver against McClure with Garrett on deck, then Mian. Bottom of the 7th, the pitch. 5:23 is a chance for Charlie Moore in right field, not deep. Charlie makes the catch for out number 1 in inning number 7. Here's Garrett, lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch is a 6:52 chance for Robin Yount. He gloves it and throws to Cooper for out number 2 in the 7th. Here's Felix Mian. McClure winds and delivers a 1:21. And hey, struck him out. He got him on a bender. A 1-2-3 7th inning. We go to the 8th with your score. Mets 2, Brewers nothing. Seaver can give you 9. And that's what he's gunning for. It's Yount, Cooper, and Simmons in the Brewers 8th. 1 for 3 is Robin. Seaver has allowed 6 hits, all of them singles. The pitch from Seaver to Yount is a 265 chance for John Milner. Milner gloves it to his right. He's going to feed Seaver covering, and there's 1 down in the Brewer 8th. Tom Seaver is 5 outs away from defeating the Milwaukee Brewers of 1982 vintage. Not an easy task. Cooper 1 for 3. The pitch to him. 145. Chance for Felix Mian. Popped him up. On the infield dirt. Mian takes it for out number 2. Here's Simmons. 0 for 3 for Ted today. Seaver kicks and deals. A 4-16. Chance for Felix Mian. Popped up. One more time. Seaver with a jam job on Ted Simmons. Mian on the infield grass is going to take it for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Seaver's getting it done. Mets 2, Brewers nothing. McClure comes back out to face Staub, Jones, and Milner, the 3-4-5 hitters. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch. A 144 is going to be ball 4 to Rusty Staub. Brewers are going to get some activity in the bullpen. I'm going to get Raleigh Fingers going. This isn't really a Raleigh game, but I'm going to get him going anyway. Jones is up, nobody out, and Staub at first in the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-0 Mets. McClure the stretch. The pitch to Rusty is a 165. Base hit for Staub. Or for Jones, excuse me. Staub. Wait, let me get to the right card here first of all. Okay, it's not a single. I'm looking at the wrong card. It's a chance for Paul Molitor. His efficiency is a 7. Molitor at third base in 1982 is a 2. Molitor gloves it, goes to Gantner for 1, and the relay to Cooper is in time for a round-the-horn, rally-killing, soul-crushing double play turned by Milwaukee, and that brings up Milner with 2 outs. John is 0 for 3. McClure's pitch to him, a 4-15. Chance for Gorman in center field. Back a few steps and makes the catch for out number 3. We're going to the 9th. Mets 2, Brewers nothing. Seaver looking to finish the deal. It's Ogleville, Thomas, and Moore coming up in the Brewer 9th. 2-0 Mets. Benji is 2 for 3. The pitch is a 2-16. Chance for Rusty Staub on the run. And Rusty is going to make a shoestring catch one more time. 1 down in the 9th inning. Nice play by Rusty Staub. Gorman Thomas 0 for 3. The pitch from Seaver is a 134. Ball 4. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate in Charlie Moore. Tug McGraw throwing in the Mets bullpen. As is Harry Parker. Moore is 1 for 2. He has also walked. Seaver the stretch, and the delivery to Charlie Moore is a 461. It's a chance for Don Hahn. Don Hahn makes a nice running catch. And Thomas retreats to first base. 2 outs now. Jim Gantner is the last chance saloon for Milwaukee. In the on-deck circle is Don Money to pinch hit for Bob McClure. So Don Money would be next, but the last chance saloon is Jim Gantner. Seaver the stretch. The delivery is a 625. Chance for Wayne Garrett. Garrett gloves it. Plants, throws to Milner. And that is your ball game. The Mets with a 2-0 victory behind Tom Terrific. Let's give you the totals. For the victorious New York Mets of 1973 vintage. 2 runs on 2, 4, 6 hits, and they committed 1 error. The Brewers, no runs on 2, 4, 6 hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher is Tom Seaver. The losing pitcher, Pete Buckovich, who really deserved a better fate. Only 2 runs, both earned in 6 innings of work. Okay. Here's the pitch baseball. It's what the instructions cover looks like when you print out the PDF. If you're interested in Here's the Pitch, send me an email at berglund.kurt@yahoo.com, and I will send you the latest and greatest flyer for the game. Very economically friendly, this game. Also, don't forget to check out channel membership. In the description for the video, this video, is the link to channel membership, and I appreciate your support, of course. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.